Okay, let's do this. Okay, Thokozani, testing 1, 2, testing. Please can you let me know if you can hear me loud and clear? Welcome back to another session with Umsamo Institute. Myself, Siyabonga Mkhize. Please let me know that you can hear me loud and clear. Welcome back to another question and answer session with myself, Siyabonga Mkhize. Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, what time is it now? Okay, 10-2. Thokozani, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, the familiar. I like seeing the familiar faces, the regulars. Welcome back. Okay, I can see we already started with the question. That's great, that's great, that's great. All right, give me 2 seconds. I just want to open some slideshows. I see already there's a first question about Imdigi Nimdawe. There's actually a slideshow that I want to open. I think it'll be much better if I open it. Just give me 2 seconds and I'll answer that question. View. Okay. Okay, all right. Welcome back. Thokozani, nonke, one and all. I love it. I love seeing the familiar faces and also a couple of new names as well. Okay, I just want to. So what I'm gonna do is this for today. There's a little bit of admin that I want to take care of everybody, just to explain what's gonna happen from here on, and then I'm going to begin with the actual question and answer session. That's what I'm going to do. So at 4 o'clock, that's when we're scheduled to start. I'm going to start with some administration, if you want to call it that. Just some housekeeping. Especially with the last post that the team put up regarding the live webinars and also the intimate sessions. So I just want to. So we're just going to start straight away, and then at 4 o'clock, I'm going to jump out. I'm going to explain, and then we'll come back. All right. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So we're going to say present. Okay. So first question of the day, right here, over here. Okay. What is umdigi ulapha kanjani? Okay, I'm actually going to share the screen with you so that I can better explain this to you. Chrome tab, Google Slides. There we go. Okay, so what is umdigi and ulapha kanjani? Right. So for those of you that didn't get the chance to listen to this lecture, I actually spoke about it. Umdigi, as you can see over here, is a subcategory of the type of imimoya. So imimoya are broken up into 2 parts, into 2 categories. Isinguni nesindawe. Isinguni are land-based spirits, and how you'd know that you have a land-based spirit is mainly looking at your dreams. Are you seeing a lot of lush green grass? Are you constantly in Dabeni in the mountains? That means that's indicative of the fact that you have imimoya yesinguni. And Isinguni is very predominant here in South Africa, more particularly the Eastern Cape and KZN region, because that's where it's originated from. Isindawe is water-based spirits. These originate from the Machangan people of Mozambique, and that is where it comes from. Imdigi is a category of Isinguni. And Isinguni, ngokulapha Isinguni, right? Uzodla. When it comes to Isinguni, right, or Isindigi, they are specific to both men and women. And Isindigi Isinguni is something which is inherent in the family, whereas Isindawe, usually it's brought into the family by a man marrying a woman, and then she's brought into the family. So Isindawe is brought into the family, and it is specific to Abantu Besifazane or Abantu Besimame. Whereas Isindigi can be with both men and women. When it comes to healing isindigi, right? You need to know how one heals isinguni or isindigi, umdigi. If unemimoya eisindigi, you can only be healed by someone onomdigi as well, or isinguni. So if mina ngiyenyangeni onesindawe, kodwa mina nginesinguni, that person will not be able to help me. On top of that, uba unomdigi, ngesikhathi nenza umsebenzi nizosebenzisa imbuzi, right? Whereas if you have isindawo, isinguni, usebenzisa imbuzi. So if you have umdigi, uzosebenzisa imbuzi for umsebenzi wakho. If you have isindawe, which is the water-based spirits, then you're going to use a Persian, which is a specific type of sheep. And if you have isinguni, then uba nesinguni udla igobongo. Whereas if you have isindawe, you eat something which is different to igobongo. I hope that makes sense. So when it comes to knowing your spiritual identity, whether nesinguni or nesindawe, it helps you know who's qualified to heal you, how can you be healed, who's qualified to twasisa, what herbs and medicines should be used, but more particularly, what animals should be used when it comes to umsebenzi wako, the beads and the garments. That is why it is so important. That's why I keep telling everybody, look at your dreams and record everything. Because if you record everything, you will see that there was a pattern of you constantly being in water. Therefore, you know what unemimoya yesindawo. You're constantly being in tabin. That means you know what unemimoya yesingoni. I hope that answers your question. I hope that answers your question. I'm just gonna stop streaming. There we go. Next question. Ngihumlanjwana wakambele kabo baba abezanga benze lutho, abazali bami benze iphutha lokuthi ethi ubaba angezange lutho bangenzela imbeleko kabo baba, ngihlala nomama kwamalume kwambele. How do I sort that out? Cleanse lombhedo wembeleko. Okay, so for those of you that can't read Zulu, what Ngwenya is saying here is that his mother and father were not married when they had him, and unfortunately his parents gave him his father's surname incorrectly, even though his father had not done anything at all. But they had done imbeleko for him. How does he correct that? Okay, Baba Ngwenya, this is very simple and very straightforward. Phindele ekhaya kakhabonina, okay? Uzohlaba imbuzi wesilisa, okay? A male goat. Uzophahla emsamo, get umalume ukuthi ashise impepho, aphahla emsamo, axolise ngokuthi they gave you your father's surname incorrectly. Basho ukuthi sebayakubuyisa manje esibongweni sakho esifanelekile. They're bringing you back to your correct surname, okay? Bayihlabe leyo mbuzi, right? Ilale emsamo, okay? The next morning, uzovuka ekuseni, basika isiphandle, ufake isiphandle on your left, and then bakuthele ngenyongo. And then siyophekwa ke leyo nyama, and then you'll eat the meat and invite some friends and close friends and families and then you'll eat the meat. That's it. So kahle you're not cleansing the incorrect imbeleko, because technically leyo mbeleko doesn't need to be cleansed because it doesn't count. It doesn't count because awuzange ukhishwe kama wakho, if that makes sense. So essentially what they did is how do I put it? They did imbeleko for you, even though leyo mbeleko doesn't count. So don't stress too much about it. Don't worry about it. Wena nje enza lo msebenzi uphindele isibongo sikakhabo mama. Okay? Also, I wanna clarify this up now once. Guys, isibongo sakho sasemsamo must correlate with isibongo sakho sase ID yakho ne-passport. Awukwazi ukuthi isibongo sakho sasemsamo Siyabonga Mkhize kodwa kudompasi yakho usebenzisa isibongo sikaDuma. No, akuhambi kanjalo. Abaningi abantu abafika esigodlweni, there's many people that arrive esigodlweni and say, but no, izinto zami azihambi kahle nywere. Simbuza ukuthi after changing the surname, why did you not change it on your ID? Why did you not change it on your driver's license? Why did you not change it on your passport? But isibongo sam sasemsamo doesn't have anything to do with isibongo sam se pass noma se ID, because ipass noma i-ID yami abadala abakwazi lokho because it was not there emandulo. No, that is incorrect. Because every time bayakubiza, bangibiza ukuthi Siyabonga Mkhize, please come forward. But ngowasemsamo wakaduma, oh sorry, ngowasemsamo ngwakamkhize, but isibongo sami on my ID says Duma. But Siyabonga Duma, please come forward. Manje abadala bami are listening ukuthi kahle kahle le ngane eyala ekhaya noma yakaduma. Manje abadala, when they constantly hear ukuthi you are being referred to as wakaduma, everything, all your paperwork, bazokubusisa kanjani emsebenzini if on all your paperwork you have the wrong surname put down? Bazokunikeza kanjani imali oyifunayo if ku-credit card statement sakho nasebhangi bakwazi as uduma kodwa isibongo sakho ngempela wasemsamo umkhize? So please guys, everything akuhambelani. Lokho wasemsamo akuhambelana nalokho wasepasi noma i-ID yakho. Please. Okay, I just want to take 2 minutes to greet everybody. Thokoza sanibonani, and welcome back to another open question and answer session with myself, Siyabonga Mkhize from Umsamo Institute. Thank you very much for taking the time out of the Sunday afternoon to join me and really look at the questions that that weren't answered, or because we ran out of time. Excuse me. So before I proceed, I just want to take care of some housekeeping and some admin, so we can better explain how Umsamo is actually going to be working from now on. First of all, booking system. We actually had a meeting a day or so ago. It's looking very, very nice. It is coming along beautifully. And 10th of July, it is going to be ready to launch. It's going to be launched on the 10th of July, and you will be able to book an appointment anytime, any place, anywhere. And on top of that, you'll be able to book for yourself. You'll be able to book for your family. You'll be able to book for yourself and your partner. And really, this is the beginning of us getting an account of your spiritual history and your spiritual treatment history. So that means if you are away or you're on holiday or whatever the case may be, and you want to know what exactly Ubaba said you should do, you're able to log onto the website. You'll go to your profile and you will see, oh, Konje Ubaba said I must do A, B, C, D. And you won't have to worry about taking the slip back home or whatever the case may be. So that's the online booking system. More to come. I then want to go on to explain how these educational seminars are going to work from now on. So this will be our last webinar, or the last live educational session, right? Those of you that have been watching saw that the first episode of my podcast, The Bridge, was released last week. So that'll be the content that'll be freely available. And I'm going to be doing an episode every single week. And I'll always share that platform with someone else, speaking about a particular concept, but I'll be getting people that have actually lived and experienced that particular concept. Second of all, how it is going to work now is that using Zoom, the live webinars entry is going to be about 75 Rand. So you'll pay 75 Rand, you just put in your credit card details, and I'm going to have 2 segments for the same lecture once a week. So every week there'll be a lecture, there'll be one lecture. There'll be a lecture on Monday and there'll be a lecture on Sunday. Okay. Each lecture has a max. I can only take 100 people per lecture, right? So if you can't make it on Monday, then you can always go to the Sunday class and join that class. It's going to be first come, first serve. If you can't make it on Sunday, then you can join the Monday class, first come, first serve. All right. And there'll be no recording for that posted on social media. That's how it's going to work. However, if you feel that you can't make it on Monday, you can't make it on Sunday, right? You can always sign up for an intimate session. An intimate session is going to be groups of 5 to 15 people, right? And these individuals will get 4 sessions a month, right? And on top of getting the intimacy of having a small group, they will also get minutes as well as written work. So they will get access to some of the slideshows that I give them during that talk. That is one of the benefits of going for an intimate session. So the reason why we're doing this is because what we've seen is that could have been helped with the right knowledge, with the right education, and the right information. That's what I specialize in. There are some of you that simply needed simply needed simply needed to know that I lost, and this is how it gets kanje. So there are those of you that we can actually help without necessarily going to isikolo, and there are those of you that are here with me, right, who do need to go to isikolo. And we're just trying to help as many people as we possibly can, without necessarily forcing you to spend too much money. And also, the biggest reason why we've offered this new educational offering is because education is important. I think if I can educate you watching me right now, if I can educate you well enough to never come back to me, that means you'll be able to teach your child. You'll be able to teach your partner. You'll be able to teach your grandchildren. That's the goal. Because yes, uzolapheka, uthole inkululeko spiritually, but at the end of the day, it's going to end there. The education hasn't really taken place. The idea is that you have the education and you have the knowledge that you can teach your own children, so that your children never are in the position where they have to go to Inyanga or they have to go to Milapi. They can do it themselves. So that is why and that's how we're going to work from here on out. So please do, if you would like an intimate session and you have a group of 5 to 15 people, please note the 5 to 15 people does not have to be your family. It does not have, it can literally be your friends. It can be colleagues that you're close with, anybody that you feel is like-minded, or even strangers that you would just like to have that intimacy with. It is really up to you. It does not have to be your family. On top of that, another service that we're offering is the benefit with what's happening with that is that if you are in a predicament emsebenzini where izinto zabadala are affecting umsebenzi wakho and your employers do not understand, then you need to send us an email detailing that is your particular problem. And in that case, I will then give you a one-on-one session with myself, and we will be able to engage your employer on your behalf, and we'll be able to articulate to your employer what is going on with you spiritually, so that your employer can understand, or your school, or your university, or whatever the case may be. That is one of the things that I specialize in particularly. I engage the employers and the headmasters and so on and so forth. So I hope that makes sense to everybody. The Pioneer series is going to be part of the paid webinars. So if you would like to be part of the Pioneer series, then you're going to have to just jump onto the Zoom link. It's going to be posted at the beginning of every week. It's going to be posted, the Zoom link. You just literally put in your credit card, debit card details, and you'll be able to access the actual the Pioneer series. Regarding the books online, it's 10th of July as well. We will be selling our books online. Our books will be sold online from the 10th of July. We have we're just concluding our deal with the courier service, and how it'll work is you'll pay for everything online. We'll get your address and cell phone number, and we'll ship the book to you, and we'll email you a tracking number as well. So I hope everybody got the gist of that. I think now we've taken care of admin. Let us talk into the questions. So first and foremost, before I begin, I want to come back to you and apologize that I've done more research because I wasn't sure on certain things. I was asked the question last week, one, can you phahla if you're on your period? Initially, I had thought yes, but I'd done some research and you cannot if you are on your period, or it is that time when you are menstruating. You cannot do so. You should just wait until it subsides, and then two, I was also asked whether or not if umuntu has lost 1 or 2 or 3 or even 4 children, whether it be by abortion or miscarriage for both man and a woman, whether or not each child should have their goat. Initially, I did say to everybody that each child should have their own goat. I do apologize for that. I've done more research. And if you use one goat for all 4 or 3 or 5 or 6 or whatever, however many children that you did, however many children that you've lost, it will be fine. As long as lezo ingane says geziwe ngesilwane esihamba ngemlenze ewu-4. All right. And then finally, just before I begin, how I'm going to break this up, right? There are going to be 2 each day. So on the Mondays, right, there are going to be 2 webinars, okay? One is going to be in English and one is going to be in isiZulu. Alternatively, if you're going to do an intimate session, or you can come with your group and say, Siyabonga, we would like you to do this conversation in isiZulu, and I'll do it in isiZulu. Siyabonga would like to do this conversation in English, then I will do it in English. Unfortunately, those are the only 2 languages I can speak. I can't speak Spedi, Venda, or Tswana, or any other South African language, but I can articulate the concepts in those 2 languages. So it really is up to you guys what you'd like to do. Just please follow that. Just look at the advertisement that the team put up. I think they put up, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago that they put it up. Just email them webinars@umsamura.org.za and you can secure your place for the intimate sessions should you so desire. Okay, so we're going to tuck into the questions. I've tucked into that first question. All right. Let's get to some questions. Here's the one. I would just like to know how one can reduce buzzing ears. Okay, buzzing ears is a spiritual manifestation, right? If your ears are buzzing or your ears are ringing, you're not listening to them. There is a message that they want you to hear, that you are not listening to. Guys, umpahla needs to be very specific. You need to be very specific in umpahla wako and what you're asking for. You need to ask abadala ukuthi, what do they want you to hear? 1. 2, who does the message come from? Because it's not enough to know ukuthi ntombazana or umuntu wesimama ngicela ukuthi ungenzele imbuzi, but you need to know ukuthi ubani ofuna leyo mbuzi, noma ubani ofuna leyo mpani, noma ubani ofuna lelo bhayi, whatever the case may be. So just ngicela uphahla ubatshele ukuthi cha makhi cha, I'm speaking from my perspective, cha makhi senginzwile kodwa ngicela ukuthi ningiziswe ngabanzi, cela ningisize, help me hear better what you are trying to tell me. Khulumani khona ngizonizwa kahle. All right. Futhi lo khulumayo ngicela ukuthi aziveze khona ngizobona ukuthi ngikhuluma nobani. If there is something that you need to hear but you are not listening. All right, here we go. Another question. If your father does inhlawulo without doing it, okay, if your father pays for inhlawulo without doing the right thing at your mom's family, how can that be fixed if he doesn't yet have the money to do the right thing? So what can be done temporarily? Okay. So your father has paid inhlawulo, right? That's step number 1. What your father needs to then go do, that's how to correct things. Look, by virtue of the fact that he's paid inhlawulo, he's cleansed ubudlelwane, right? So that's the whole purpose of inhlawulo. Inhlawulo is I don't like the term damages, but it's a form of atonement. Angisho njalo uxolise ekhaya ukuthi yazini we have impregnated your daughter without things being done correctly. Yobe nansi imbuzi noma nayi inkomo, because you want to preserve ubudlelwane. So he's done things correctly or keeping inhlawulo. That's fine. But now if you want he doesn't have to do anything else. He doesn't have to do anything else on ngokwesintu, right? If he wants you to have your surname, then the family must go bakhokhe lobola for you. If he wants to still marry your mom, then same thing, akayokhokhe lobola for mawako. And if they want you to leave your mom's surname and join your dad's surname, keep lobola, and then on top of that, your mom's family must slaughter a goat to keep her, and then your dad's family must slaughter a goat, i.e. imbeleko, this. Hope that makes sense. Okay, here's another one. Thokoza cool. Nginenkinga lana. izinto zami azihambi kahle. Sengihambile abantu abam bathi ngizalwe ngembethe, abanye bathi nginenhlanhla, kodwa manje okay. So uzide ukhala ngokuthi izinto zakhe azihambi kahle, and abantu bakhala bathi he's gone to a lot of healers and people are saying ukuthi uzalwe ngembethe. Abanye bathi unenhlanhla kodwa manje akasaboni kahle, right? Okay. So baba, if you are born uzalwe ngembethe, ngicela ukuthi uphahle namhlanje, and you need to find out ukuthi uzalwe wembethe bani, isalukwazi noma ikhehla negama. That's what you need. Once you have done that, ngicela ukuthi uthola imbuzi, uye ekhaya uhlaba imbuzi to welcome lelo thonga noma lelo dlozi ozalwe nalo. And then uthola umalume noma ubaba kushisela impepho wathi cha nina bakazide siyabonga siwamukela lo muntu lo. If uyalazi igama, speak lelo gama, right? Hlaba imbuzi to welcome the person into the family. Bafaka isiphandla, uqhubeke nempilo. That's the most important thing. You need to make sure ukuthi uyamkwamukela lo muntu that you are born with. That's nangu clear nokuzalwa wembethe. It's just simply welcoming the person that you are born with. Okay, next one. Hi, Mkhize, I'm Thokoza speaking. Can you explain to me what is Siyabonga, and could you explain the spirit of Inzuza? Okay, Inzuza, I'm still reading up on it. I will post a video. I know I still need to do a video on the difference between Umemulo and Umkehlo. That's one I still owe you guys. I still owe you that video, and I also owe you Inzuza. I'm still reading up on Inzuza. I must say I need to do more research on Inzuza because I want to know like where does it come from, what is its origins, how does it work. I also want to try to speak to a couple of see if we don't have any case studies of people that had Inzuza, what did they go through, so that when I come back to you guys, I have a complete and full answer. But I will tell you what is Siyabonga. Siyabonga is essentially a mixture or a concoction of herbs and medicines, i.e. impande. But these herbs and medicines are specific for itonga lako or idlozi lako. And then when you consume lelo tonga or you consume lelo mpande, then what happens is that it becomes umuti. So imiti becomes umuti by conversion by itongo. Itongo then takes impande, converts it to umuti, and then it is activated. Once it is activated, then itonga lako selingasebenza manje. Okay, itonga can work now and show you and expose more knowledge and wisdom spiritually that is due to you. That is simply put, but Siyabonga is specific for each person because itongo netongo requires different herbs and medicines. Hope that makes sense. Is there a correlation between being spiritually inclined and ADHD? Yes, there is. Okay. ADHD is so there is definitely a correlation between spiritual inclination and mental illness or mental issues. The Western way of thinking or the Western healing, they interpret, right, a particular event with their understanding and their knowledge. Tina, when we look at ADHD, we understand it from a spiritual perspective. That is struggling to concentrate, right? What's going on, Tina, we look at it spiritually because if right, there was something wrong there, tongue. And cannot sit and concentrate because yona itongo is unsatisfied, is unsettled. Itongo lomundu is not at rest. Hence, the child comes across as not being at rest. And then what do? We sedate the child physically and psychologically by administering medication. Kandi, what we are doing is we are further angering itongo because itongo is like, no, you are trying to suppress me expressing the fact that I am unhappy. Yikho nje sometimes when they take these medications, some of them, not all of them, some of them struggle even more because sometimes it is not necessarily a psychological issue, but it is a spiritual issue. But that again is a lecture on its own, the fine line between, or not necessarily the fine line, but the difference between mental illness or the underlying spirituality of mental illness is a lecture reserved for one of the webinars. But to correct you, to answer your question, yes, there is. Okay, meaning guys, I'm not necessarily going to take. Please, can you look at the videos we posted on Umpasha and how to handle dreams? Please look there. Okay, someone buza uma ngifuna abangaseko bangikhanyisele ngephupho thizini elinqondanga fanele. Okay, guys, we've also spoken about this, about dreams and please can you refer to that? Is it possible to have both Isinguni and Isindawo? Yes, it is. I'm going to show you on the slide. Here we go. It is most definitely possible to have Isinguni and Isindawo. I'm going to show you how. Okay, here we go. Where is that? No. There we go. No, wait. Okay. So I spoke about the vanishing child syndrome, right? Vanishing twin syndrome. So in the first scan over here, there are two twins. There's a twin here and there's a twin here, right? But as iskhathi sihambe, you end up, you see there's two twins there, two twins there, two twins there. But as we get closer to the birth, we see that there is only one twin. Do you see? So they call it the vanishing twin syndrome because the fetal tissue has been absorbed by either the twin or the placenta or the mother herself. But now, if, for example, here we go. Let's say, for example, your brother, let's say, for example, you're a twin. The one twin, I know it says umnono there, but please ignore that. Let's say the one twin had umnono and the other one was Isnguni and the other one was Isndao. The vanishing twin syndrome occurred, right? That means when you've absorbed fetal tissue of your twin who was Isindawe and when unesinguni. And when you're born, because you have the fetal tissue of your twin, you also have imimoya of your twin. Hence, you have Isinguni and Isindawe. So this is the one case of how it is possible for you to be born with both Isinguni and Isindawe. Hope that answers your question. Right, is Umlambo Munye operational from Johannesburg? So Umlambo Munye is in KZN, Pietermaritzburg. In Johannesburg, we only have administrative offices. We don't necessarily have, we don't have isikolo noma indawo yokuhlola spiritually like God. Okay, right. Next one. Thokoza mkhulu. Uma and dad divorced just before I was born. Going in terms of marriage traditionally, okay. I, however, was born after the divorce ended and ended up with my mom's paternal surname. Years later, my dad's family to do umsebenzi wokungibiga as their child. And how do I manage the situation? Do I have my mom's surname or should I be my dad's name because divorce is not recognized as a sin too? Thank you very much for your question, Angela, and you are most definitely correct. You must be carrying on with you should carry on with your father's surname because you were born after divorce, right? The fact that ubabwak wakipi lobolo and umawak watak, right? So they had the traditional ceremony. That means all children that your mother will give birth to will be of father's surname, and that includes you. So what you need to do, your father's family did the correct thing. Well done to them. They back telling a young so they did imbeleko for you. When all you need to do, have your home affairs, have your FNB, Netbank or Capital, wherever you bank, go everywhere and change isibongo sakho. If you're still using your mother's surname, go wear paper, change it, and then use isibongo sakababwakhe on all documentation as well, please. That's all you need to do. Otherwise, do you see? Otherwise, perfect. This is carry on with Impiliako. Use your father's surname, and also Yonke Msebenzi that is going to be done for you from here on out is going to be done by your father's family. Umemulo wako is going to be done by your father's surname. Ngesikhathi ushade and ukhish uzokhishwa emzini kababa wakho, ekhaya kababa wakho. Yeah. So guys, this is an example of what I was talking about afternoon. Angela does not necessarily need to go I am Lambo Moya to find out that to sort things out. So this is what I'm trying to show you guys, that sometimes some of you can be helped by just getting the right information, just getting the right knowledge and education, right? So now we're making that resource available to you. So Angela does not necessarily need to go down and say, I am Lambabunya, but she can be helped by just getting the right information. All right, Samuel, how can we help you, please? Can you just ask a question, or do you need a consultation? Please let me know. Give us a bit more information, please. Okay, mina ngicela ukubuza kumele ngenze njani if ngiphupha but ekuseni ngivuka ngikhohliwe but ngiyakhumbula bekunephupho but ngikhumbula at all. Okay, so guys, if you're struggling to remember your dreams or you're remembering part of your dreams, you need to practice remembering dreams. Look, this thing of dream interpretation, dream remembering, it's not something that is skill that's developed overnight. Even me, I forget my dreams. But the reason why I can piece them together again the following morning is because I write them down. Because remember, in that state, that when your brain is asleep, your brain works even faster when you're asleep than when you're awake. So, of course, you're going to forget your dreams. Sometimes spiritually, there's nothing wrong with you. You just need to write down all your dreams and piece them together. All right? Please, guys, write down your dreams. Namgi mean, actual fact, Nai Ubaba still, after all the years of doing what he doing, he also has his own dream book. Elala Nai does in the same bed. Please, guys, write down your dreams. Okay, many of my dreams and foresights are mostly water-based, but from time to time I do get mountains and grasslands. Where would this place me? You might also be someone who's got both Isinguni and Isindao. Where's Kumbuzo? I think please go home and find out. It may be tricky depending on your age, because the only way they would know about the vanishing twin syndrome is either from the scans or from looking at the placenta. So if umawako nomugoko noma whoever was there as Katsuzala was there, speak to them and find out whether or not you were a twin. And if you don't have anyone to ask, then usuyobuza badala specifically ask that question ukuthi kukhona engizala ngembethe naye. So ask if uzala wembethe, you can ask abadala ngesikhathi uphahla ukuthi if uzala wembethe, and if so, who ukuthi ubani. Right. Okay. Guys, please, the dreams, we've already spoken about them. Please, ngiyacela. Look at umphahlo and how ukuthi uphahle ngayo indlela. Okay. Ngike ngayo kumelaphi wangisiza wasithi kunemali engayiphiwe kubadala, wathi kunesikhwama azongiboleka sona, so sizongilethela imali, ngabe kuliqiniso. Dumiso, unfortunately I can't comment because I don't have access to your history with Lomelap that you went to see. I can't confirm or nor deny what he said because I don't know what happened. I don't have your history. I don't know how things went down. If you had gone to Dr. Mkhize, then maybe I could help you because I'd have access to that information. But other than that, I'm sorry, I really can't help you. Is it possible to have both in Singuni and Isindawo? I've spoken up. I've already answered that. Kalukbuza, yazuma moshona 2010, but even now, angazi ngize and ekhaya bangibuza babengibuza bathi angingafake ekhanda lento. In other words bathi angigage ekhanda ukuthi okay, so ikhona enye indlela engenza ngayo ukuthi ngigezwe without including ekhaya family. Okay, so if ufuna ukugeza without including abasekhaya or your family, then you would have to come for a consultation with Dr. Mkhize eMlambomunye and singakusiza ngokugeza. Though we do provide information on how to do it yourselves, but if no one at the home wants to do it, then we can do it for you and we can help you with that process. It really is up to you, but yes, you can definitely come to us. You can come to us. Right. So so ngibangeniswa kanjani abantu abadala ekhaya? Is there a preferred animal for different clans? Is there a need yokubangenisa ngiyabonga? Okay, so I spoke about this last week, but I'm going to speak about it again. Thank you very much for your question, Olet. Ukungenisa abadala nokubika umuzi. Ukungenisa abadala, guys, must be done for your first home. Because whether you're a man or a woman, the first home you buy, faka abadala. Because your home is an extension of the main home. The same protection, love, warmth, and guidance that they are giving to the main home, in other words, your homestead, you want them to give it to your home as well. Hence, ubaba wakho, right? Ahlabe imbuzi. I think imbuzi is a nice animal. It's the go-to, nice, easy, straightforward. Ungayenza inkomo if you want, if you feel like you really want to splash and appease abadala. Ungahlaba imbuzi, usebenzisa imbuzi ukubika inkomo, and then usuhlaba inkomo. That's up to you. But imbuzi is perfectly fine. Ubaba wakho will go to the homestead, right? Ashisa impepho, aphahla. Okay? Athi wozani-ke Mkhize, nangu Siyabonga usengakhela umuzi, ngithi wakho umuzi kababa. Wozani-ke siyongena khona-ke. Those words specifically. Siyongena khona. Nuvikela lo muzi the same way nivikela lo. Thatha uhlangothi, one piece of it, niye khona. Then when you get to your home in Fourways or Montclair or wherever, you're going to slaughter another goat, uphahla ukuthi ngenani-ke Mkhize emzini nangu Siyabonga usengakhela umuzi. Sibangenisile abadala. Then ungamema abantu kudliwe, yabo, kuphuzwe, kujatshulwe, all those kind of things. Ukubika umuzi is the same process. It's just that ukubika umuzi, you're simply just saying ukuthi usiyababika manje. It's just acknowledging and just letting them know what you bought house number 2. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you for blessing us with house number 2. Continue to guide us and show us the path. That's it. There is definitely a need. You have to bangenise, because who is looking after ubani owakunikeza amandla ukuze uthenga lo muzi? 1. 2, ubani ozokuvikela umuzi wakho. Okay? Because remember, when you're a homeowner, new levels bring new devils. Not everybody's going to be happy for you that you're buying a new home. Ubani ozokuvikela. Okay, let's go. Is it possible to have imimoya yesinguni isindawo isithunywa nomlozi yonke le mimoya ihlanganiswe kanjani? Okay, I have said that it is definitely possible, but there is another layer to this question that I want to address. Okay. Isinguni and isindawo is a category of imimoya. Right. Isithunywa, okay, is the ancestral element or spirit or guide or power that comes to guide you to your final destination as a healer after initiation. Uthunyiwe, hence isithunywa. Lo muntu uyathunywa to you to say, okay, fine. Manje usuqedile ukuthwasa. You're going to be inyanga. You're going to be isanusi. You're going to be a chemist. You're going to be umfundisi. That is isithunywa. So it's wrong when people say ukuthi ngesithunywa. No, awunaso isithunywa. Isithunywa will come and arrive after, will be the thing that guides you to your final destination as to what kind of healer you are going to be after your initiation process. That is what isithunywa is. Umlozi is part of from the word abalozi. Abalozi is a group of healers who have imimoya of isindawo. Let me say that again. Abalozi is a group or a description for a group of healers, right, within the category of isindawe, right, that have imimoya yesindawe. So they fall under umnono. Let me show you what I'm talking about. They fall under umnono. Yeah, umnono. From umnono, you would get abalozi. So umuntu uthi no inabalozi. Kusho ukuthi yena imimoya yakhe specifically comes from that group of abantu abayinenono who fall under isindawo. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Ooh, wow. Quite a few questions, but we'll get through. Okay. Thokoza mkhulu, ngicela ukubuza, what does it mean makuthiwa abaphansi bayakhulelwa? Okay. Being told this by different people, izangoma engizaziyo kanti I was told nasesontweni by a prophet, but nami I didn't dig deeper. Hence I was shocked after finding out my mom didn't die on her own. She was killed. Okay. Makuthiwa abaphansi bayakhulelwa. Okay. Right. So I'm going to speak in context for you. What does mean by you when you found out that your mom was killed? I must say, I'll always admit to you when something is a first to me. The term abaphansi bayakhulelwa is a first to me. I'm hearing this for the first time. If you can please elaborate for me, David, then that would help quite a bit. But one thing you need to address, yabona lokho ukuthi umma wakho wabulawa and that she didn't die on her own. You need to find out ukuthi umma wakho wabulawa kanjani, ubulala ubani, nokuthi what happened after umma wakho, nokuthi umkhokha uvalwe ekhaya, so that it doesn't happen again. The reason sivala umkhokha is so that no one else in the family is spiritually predisposed to dying the same way. 2, you need to also find out ukuthi ubani umma wakho wafa kanjani noma ushone kanjani nokuthi ushonephi, ngoba kungenzeka ukuthi if umma wakho I'm just giving an example, mhlambe she was stabbed or whatever the case, she was stabbed at a particular place but her body was found at another place, you guys need to go and collect imimoya yakhe. You need to fetch a spirit from the place where she was killed originally. All right. So kungenzeka ukuthi umma wakho is not at peace, and even though nimngcwabile, right? Ngokwemimoya angakamngcwabi, and she's not at peace. Okay. So I think you do need to do that. Find out how she died, where she died. Go collect her spirit if need be, if you didn't, because you may have collected it at the wrong place. And 4, you also need to vala umkhokha. Okay. Here's another question. So wait, I was born out of wedlock, meaning I belong to my mom's. So I was born out of wedlock, meaning I belong to my mom's family. Say my parents called me by my father's surname. Now I want to go back to my mom's surname. Slaughter the goat, asking for forgiveness for being called using the wrong surname. Do I need a second goat for Imbelego, or the apology surname counts as it? No, Ngwenya. When I say police, I'm saying just verbalize, just acknowledge that something was done incorrectly. Leyo mbuzi that you are doing, right? Imbelego yakho to bring you back to your mother's family. It's imbelego that was meant to be done in the first place to your mother's family. That's all it is. Mina, when I'm saying Olisani, I'm saying let Abadala know what was done was incorrect. You don't need to do a second goat. No. Empahlweni, include an apology. Empahlweni for imbelego yakho, include an apology. That's what I'm saying. Hope that makes sense. Okay. Khabazela Gina isibongo umbuzo ugogo ozala ubaba, right? Akashadanga no. Okay? Masizo umkhulu wagcina ngolobola, so ku right yini ukubuza isibongo sikamkhulu esiwogini. Okay. The only way ungasebenzisa isibongo sekagina, okay? So what he's basically saying is he's using the surname Gina, and he's saying Guti, the grandmother that gave birth to his father did not marry Umkhulu, right? The grandfather, okay? They're saying that the grandfather only did Ilobola, okay? So is it okay for them to carry on with the surname Isugin? Okay, so I'm assuming Isbong Ugina is the grandfather's surname, right? It is incorrect for you guys to carry on with the surname Ugina because Umkhulu only did Ilobola. There are 2 things you can do. Sorry about that. 2 things you can do. Let me actually stop sharing screen here quickly. There are 2 things you can do. Option number 1. Abagagina can go to the grandmother's family surname, but sicela ukusebenzisa lama lobola that were paid originally, okay, for le ngane lezi. And then iy'ngane zikhishwe ngesibongo ngelokhuzana ngembuzi, umuntu nomuntu abanembuzi yakhe yokukhishwa, and then sengangeniswa kahle kadina. Option number one. Option number one, I must say, it is difficult because it is a grandparents thing. So some of you will be married, some of you will have kids. So it is a bit of a difficult one. Easier one, option number two. Hlabana imbuzi, ukuthi nonke kuhlanzeke ukuthi uhlanzeke leli phutha lenzekile, because it has skipped the generation. I wanted to show you this slideshow. When something has skipped the generation, right? Okay. When a problem has skipped a generation, right? What you are well within your rights to do is to you well within your rights to go to abadala, hlabe imbuzi, and that everybody continues with the incorrect surname as the new surname. So in other words, hlabana imbuzi, angithi isibongo sikagina is the incorrect one, right? Fine. Because the problem started kugogo nomkhulu, skipped a generation, manje niningane senihleli nenkinga, wena nengane zenu namakhosikazi, hlabana imbuzi, uthi kugezwe lelo phutha that happened, qhubeke nempilo. Nonke nithele ngenyongo, bangisiphandla, ngiqhubeke nempilo. That's your new surname from now on. You can do that. Okay, nangu sikhumbuzo uthi awuchazeleka lana ke bhuti indaba yesibongo. Okay, ngamalobola okwami, that the time she was pregnant, but I finished when the child was born. We never had the time to sort out our home affairs because I'm always working and wasn't present on the day my child was born due to work travel. So are you implying that my son should call his mother's name Imsam? Skumbuzo? Yes, you are correct. Ingane yakho is still a member of his mother's family. Wakokila malobola. If when a no mama, you have intentions of getting married, that's fine. That's okay. Kokila bola, qeda malobola if you finished. The day of the wedding, i.e. Isilwane must be done for umama ukumkhipha, naye umntwana umsebenzi must be done for umntwana ukumkhipha as well when they join your family. Ngesikhathi uma ethelwe ngenyongo, naye umntwana kumele ukuthi athelwe ngenyongo ngesikhathi engeniswe ekhaya. That's if when mama wants to get married. In the event that you do not wish to get married with umama, send abakhongi over to the mother's family. But okay, and they must make a request that amalobola may please be used for ingane. Then the only thing the mother's family needs to do, bahlabe imbuzi yokumkhipha umntwana, nina lehlabe imbuzi yokumngenisa umntwana ngembeleko. Hope that makes sense. Okay, next question. I'm in Mkulu. My first time here. Welcome. Cela ukubuza ukuthi utholakala kanjani kuphi? Okay, so if you would like, well, I'm not sure. So if you would like to get a hold of us, if you'd like to book an intimate session, webinars at umsamo.org.za. If you go on our Facebook page, I think we did put up, the team came up with an advertisement. They put one together, webinars at umsamo.org.za. Okay, right. Umntwana unenkinga. Okay. Uma ebiza isibongo sababa wakhe, uma bengashadile, even though ubaba uhlawulile wamthenga kumalume. Okay. If ubaba, okay, wait, let me explain this to you guys. There is only under one circumstance and one circumstance only ingane omlanjwana can use their father's surname. And it is only after ilobola has been paid, inklawulo has been paid, wakhishwa, right? An exit goat was done from the mother's side of the family, and imbelego, i.e. entry goat, was done from the father's side of the family, and wathelwa ngenyongo, then that child can use the father's surname. If those 4 things weren't done, Nhlawulo, ilobolo, exit goat, entry goat, thelwa ngenyongo. If those 5 things weren't done, leyo ngane can't be using the father's surname. Make sure all 5 things have been done, then the child can use the father's surname. Okay. My sister wenzela indodana imbeleko wamthela ngenyongo ezandleni kuphela. Wafaka isiphandla ngakwa right. So ngicela ukwazi ukuthi lokho kwenzeka ngendlela noma kumele kwenziwe again kanjani. This is a very good question because I know inyongo kumele ukuthi ithelwe emzimbeni wonke. So you need to actually wahlanganisa namanzi nje ugezwe nje uthelwe ngenyongo your whole body, not necessarily, but because it is a part of their body, yazi Nkuzwa, let me do some research. But yeah, because you've done everything right. It's just that you did izandla and not umzimba wonke. Tricky. Because I've honestly never heard of someone who's done it like this. But there's a family. I remember there was a family that but I think they did it by uktelwa inyawo nezandla. I think I remember. Let me check. I think we usually keep records of these things. Let me check that family's records exactly and what did they do. I'm gonna write this down. And then what I'm gonna do is the video on Mkhize and Zoom. I'm going to also mention this. Let me take a screenshot of that. Actually, there we go. Screenshot of that. I'm going to actually reply to this question. Right. Can I go to the Durban branch? I'm faced with challenges that won't allow me to go back in some. If you're faced with a spiritual challenge, you do need to go back to Mlambo Munye. Okay, let me say this for everyone listening to you now. If you are ill, physically ill, that you are not well enough to travel, right? And you do need to go to Mlambo, a family member can a piece of clothing that you have just recently worn, not washed, and they can go by your klolela on your behalf in the event that you are physically not well enough to travel. Then you can do it that way. I'm not sure what challenge you are facing, but if it is a spiritual one and you are well enough to travel, you will need to make it back to Msamo. The Durban office, like I say, is also for administration. Okay, my grandmother didn't have Mbeleko done at her family side. Now, ulotshola by my grandfather and he's attending her marriage. So where must my grandmother's Mbeleko and umhlonyane be done? At her side of the family or my grandfather's side? Okay, all right. This is what needs to be done before umtato. Please. If they can do it before umtato, that would be better. Uma wako, ugogo, must do imbeleko at her home first. Once she's done imbeleko, then she can do umhlonyane. Right? Once she's done umhlonyane, then she can do umtato. Right? Umhlonyane must be done at the father's side, at the mother's at her home. So what I would say is that do imbeleko, which is just imbuzi, easy one-day game. Then give it a week or two, or maybe even a month. Then enzana umhlonyane for ugogo. Right? Also just imbuzi, one-day game. Right? And then again umtato. Thokoza mkhulu, ngicela ulwazi lokuthi umsamo ulungiswa kanjani. Right? How do I correct umsamo? How do I fix umsamo? As dala. So this lady wants to know, how do we know that this person that is helping us is honest? For a long time now, they've been trying other people. Nothing's coming together. So the other healers, they come in and go out to the home. Okay, wait. Guys, Umelapi should not be coming to your home. In the 20 odd years that Ubaba has been doing, 15, 20 odd years that Ubaba has been doing umsebenzi wakhe, the only time he has ever stepped foot in someone else's household is only, as umelaphi, is only ngesikhathi kuphuma ithwasa. That is it. And even then, he is only there as ugobela to accept ingubo zakhe, and that is it. Guys, yekani lento yokungenisa abalaphi noma ogobela emzini yenu yokumphathela umsebenzi. No. Umelaphi akangeni endlini. Umelaphi says enzani imbeleko bese nina niyakwenza umbeleko. Umelaphi says gezani umuzi bese nina you carry out umsebenzi nigeza umuzi. So the reason possibly Luyanda ukuthi izinto azihlangana, you feel like izinto azihlangana, is because abadala sebekhathele ukuthi kungena kuphuma inyanga. Bona, they want you to handle things yourself, right? So without going for a consultation, start at home, right? Silapani yourself, because the fact that you have 1,001 healers, kungenzeka ukuthi abadala don't want any other healers. They want you to heal yourselves. All right? So start with your family history. Bhekani isibongo, bhekani umlando wasekhaya. What happened between umama nobaba? What happened between ugogo nomkhulu? Right? What happened, where are we supposed to be wasemhlabeni in terms of homestead? Do we have a homestead? Why do we not have a homestead? Ngoba if umkhulu, right, bekumele ukuthi athathe umhlaba osempumalanga, nina your main homestead is supposed to be in Mpumalanga, kodwa umkhulu was like, I know man, angifuni ukuhlala la emakhaya, ngifuna ukuhlala eGoli. Wadayisa lo muzi, wadayisa lo mhlaba, wahamba wathola and found someone else and began their life eGoli. Nizoshayeka ezingane. So those are the kind of things you need to look at, and umelaphi can't fix that for you. Umelaphi, you need to go to, so that by the time if you decide to come for a consultation with Dr. Mkhize, you have these answers. Because most of the time, you look quite young here. Young people are in a predicament because of the decisions taken by their parents that we don't necessarily are not sure about. Okay, ngabe kungcono ukuba isiZulu manje thina. Okay. Senzo, ngicela ukhululeke baba. From kusukela nini? Kusukela mhla ka-10 July ngoba ngishilo. Uhlelo nohlelo uzoba nohlelo wesiZulu bese kuzoba ne-webinar nohlelo wesingisi. Just be patient, please. You'll have an option of paying and joining each of those webinars. Thokoza mkhulu, ngabe ikuphi kumele kwenziwa uma ufuna ukufaka abadala ekhaya bese senze njani ukwenza umsamo ngoba asinawo? Okay, ukwenza umsamo ngoba nawo is because it's part of the web, it's going to be part of the Pioneer series. That is a very detailed, intricate process that I'm going to explain. And then ukufaka abadala, I've already explained. It's very, very simple and straightforward. Get ubaba, umalume, umkhulu, whomever, shisimpepho at the main homestead. Athi wozani-ke nina babuthelezi, nansi ingane sengakhela umuzi, asingeneni nga, wozani-ke, hambani nathi. Then at your other home, the new home that you've bought yourself, you're going to slaughter another goat. And then you've taken the piece of the first goat from the goat that you slaughtered at your homestead. Then you're going to slaughter another goat here at the main homestead, at your new home that you just bought. Uphahla futhi ubacela ukuthi bangene la endlini bavikele umuzi baqhubeke nokubusisa. That is ukufaka abadala. But I'm clearly getting this question quite often, so what I will do is I will add it onto the list of short questions that needs to be done. It'll be very, very short. I'll do a short 2-minute clip, and I'll send it to the team to post. I'll ask them to post it on how ukufaka abadala kwenziwa kanjani and ukubika umuzi, because I think clearly that's quite a prevalent topic. Okay, next question. If namawele boy and girl, ubenzela imbeleko noma ubaba wabika ubulili besilwane osebenzisayo. Very good question, because they are both boy and girl. So first things first, you need to use one goat, right? And okay, so use one goat. That you've got right. Whether you use a boy or a girl, Okay. It's another question I must get. I must search. Okay. All right. Much for question. I will get back to. I'll post it on that video. I'll definitely answer this question. It's a very good question as to whether you use a male or a female goat. But I suspect that because it's a boy and a girl, it doesn't really matter which one you use because you have both genders and they are technically one person. So if you use a goat, so yes, actually no, yes, sir. So if you use one goat, whether it's a male or a female, it's not going to really matter because at the end of the day, they are one person and you do have a boy and you have a girl. That makes sense. But I will definitely research some more for you. Like I said at the beginning of this thing, if I'm wrong now, I will come back to you at light speed, apologize, and correct myself. It's the only way I learn and grow is by correcting myself. Can we purchase the books online? Can we hi Siyabonga, can we purchase the books online the way we would pay for classes and arrange for delivery? Kindly consider. Okay. Domzotwa, one, purchasing the books online, we're going to do it. It's going to be different to how you pay for the classes. But it's going to be pretty much, you're going to put in your credit. So paying for the classes, that's going to be done via Zoom. You're just going to put in your credit card details and I think it's 50 or 75 Rand will go off. That's how you pay for the classes. Then when you pay for the books, excuse me, we're going to use Shopify. I don't know if you guys know it. Shopify is going to be the platform that we're going to use. We're going to go with Shopify. There you'll put in your card details, you'll pay, you'll put in your address as well, and then email address. And then what we'll do is we will then ship it with a courier, and we will also email you a tracking number so you can see, okay, 2 days away, 1 day away, going to be delivered today, and so on and so forth. Another thing we're doing is we're also going to be translating the books as well. We're going to be translating the books as well. So yes, to answer your question, yes, that'll definitely be being done. Okay, next question. Thokoza Mkhulu, it's Andy here again. Last week I asked the question that wasn't clear. Thank you for coming back, Andy. Wanted to ask if kuthiwa uphiwa umuntu abadala kuyenzeka ukuthi babuye bashintshe umqondo okusuke kungoba ukwazi lungisiza izinto kugcine sengathi unesidina kuloya muntu that you were involved with, because that's what happened to me. He just stopped talking to me and haven't heard from him. So okay, so Andy's asking, she had a question for last week and she wants to know if kuthiwa uphiwa umuntu abantu abadala. So if you're going to be, oh my daughter, how do I translate this? If you're going to be given abantu abadala, how do I say that in English? You are going to be given ancestral gifts. Sorry, guys, I don't know how to translate that. You're going to be given ancestral gifts from this particular person. Is it possible for them to change their mind? Yes, it is possible for them to change their mind. It is also possible for Abadala to change their mind. So Abadala are people too. And emhlabeni abadala are always watching, abadala are always looking to see whether or you can always be destined for something. And I always say that dreams are always an indication of potential. And they show you what you can achieve, not what you will achieve. And when you are shown what you can achieve or you can receive, you need to be a certain person, you need to develop in a certain way for you to be ready to receive that particular gift. Okay. And if they feel that someone else will be better for that gift, then they can change their mind. Or alternatively, they can say, we're gonna have to delay things a bit more and give it to you later, spiritually and intellectually. Then you're not ready for it right now. So not right now doesn't mean no, or we've changed our mind. It just sometimes it can also mean just not right now. But this also goes with relationships. I'm gonna just briefly speak about it. Your soulmate, right, isn't necessarily someone that you're going to end up marrying. You can be spiritually connected and have spiritual ties with someone. Uthi ithongo lakho uthanda ithongo lakhe. Niyathandana ngokwamathongo nemimoya. Ningashadana. And you are not, and you don't get married to one another because you see, guys, blessings, in order for them to should bring more blessings. And on top of that, when you need to be a particular kind of person you need to respect and appreciate that current blessing that you have now. And if you don't, abadala bayasusa that blessing and they move on to someone else. But love, intimacy, relationships, and whatever. I just wanted to throw it out there, but it's going to be part of the live webinars. But yeah. Okay. I think I have, let me see here. Thokoza Mkhulu, how do I fix an constipation that leads to piles? Thank you. Okay. So if you're having constipation issues, first things first, go to the doctor. Sometimes things really are medical and maybe you have a diet issue. If you don't have a diet issue and you're constantly having piles, then I would say come for a consultation. Alternatively, please drop us an email, khulumamakosi@umsamo.org.za. Perhaps ukona imithi that we can suggest and ship to you. We'll probably send you like a PayPal link to pay, and we could probably ship it to you. Just send us an email, khulumamakosi@umsamo.org.za, and maybe we can get impanded to help. How do I register and where? The details for the links, all of that will be shared. Guys, I'm listing the bottom. I'm gonna have to go back up. I'm gonna have to read questions, answer the questions going back up. Ngicela ukubuza ukuthi udalwa yini umbango wamathongo? Uma bekubanga, okay? Kuyadala inkinga wombango wamathongo. Akubanga nje amathongo lisuka liwuphi ithongo elukembethe. Okay, so Udlamini is asking, yes, translating things into English is not easy, guys. What is the cause of argue or of contestation with amathongo namadlozi? What is the cause of that? Where does it come from? Into odala ukuthi kuba nombango wamathongo or kunenkinga ubangwa amathongo is if thina as abantu, right, we have not respected the commitments that we have made to amathongo, 1. 2, we have not respected the wishes of amathongo. Or 3, we have I'm translating it in my head. We have disrespected, tainted, or sesingcolise ithongo nomuzi wasekhaya nomuzi. Those are the 3 ways. Either the last one, ukungcolisa. How do you bring about impurity? Ukubulala umuntu is another one. Ukudlwengula umuntu, raping someone or killing someone. Those are examples of odala ukubangwa wamathongo, right? The first one, honoring commitments, is probably the biggest one, nokubangwa wamathongo. Because, right, man and woman married, that is a commitment that you have made that involves amathongo. Manje nina, you have disrespected or you haven't honored that commitment that you have made namathongo. And that's where it begins. Okay? And then the second one, what did I say the second? And the second one, yeah. So that is a very simplified, it's the root of ukubangwa kwamathongo, if we're gonna call it that. That's how amathongo. Amathongo are never upset. It's with what we do that upset amathongo. Okay, Thokoza Mkhulu, how do you, okay, I've already answered that question. Oh, I'm going back up. Okay, there we go. Ngiyaxolisa angizwanga isihloko kodwa ngicela ukubuza ukuthi mawugezwa waphuphumela isisu lesilwane siyadliwa noma ashira. Okay. So Mthembu's asking, in the event that you've lost a child and you're doing the cleansing ceremony, the goat afterwards, do you nokuthi ingane nengane blessed. Okay. So he basically Mtem was asking, one, the goat you use for cleansing after losing a child or aborting a child, do you eat it or do you burn it? Guys, it's really up to you. You can give it away to people, you can eat it nina ekaya, it's up to you. It's really up to you. The fact is, as long as uthathe ugazi mswane nenyongo wakuhlanganisa wageza emfuleni, that's all that matters. Inyama, at the end of the day, up to you what to do with it. It's not going to affect anything. Two, ingane nengane must they have their own animal? No, originally last week I corrected myself. Last week I said that that is the case. I'm sorry, I'm incorrect. All you need is one animal. So if you lost 5 children, 2 children, 3 children, 1 goat is enough. Oh, both man and masculine, man and woman. Okay. Next question. It depends. You see, isilwane usually siyahlukumeza and siyakweba. Yeah, isilwane doesn't necessarily stop you from having ingane. I'm gonna be honest with you. Isilwane is it's really a pest. That's what it is. It's a pest, right? That's what it is. Isilwane is a pest. It's going to hurt you. Sometimes uvuka ekuseni ukwepe kwangathi bekunento ekwepa la emhlane nasemqaleni, you know, that's what isilwane does. You know, uvuka nje, you know, it's almost like something cut you on your leg, you know, or uvuka nje, you've got bruises all over your body. That's the nature of isilwane. Isilwane doesn't necessarily affect your fertility because there's only one thing that affects your fertility, abadala. Ukuthi umuntu akubophe ukuthi uthole ingane noma ungazitholi ingane, it is a very deep, very dark form of magic. Okay, and there's only one way someone can do that. Bangakhlisa, or alternatively bakwenye. Kunomehluko phakathi kokudliswa and then ukwenye. Umuntu okudlisayo, you consume it orally. Umuntu ogwinyayo, right? You are intimate with them, and bona themselves have already consumed leyo mpande noma leyo meat, or alternatively they've rubbed it on their genitals or whatever the case may be. But ukudliswa nokugwinywa, 2 different things. Umuntu ozobopha lapha ukuthi ozobopha inzalo yakho, chances are ukhona ukugwinyela. But I think if you are struggling with that, I think definitely come for a consultation so we can get to the root cause of it. Okay, guys, it's already 5 o'clock. Okay, so I'm gonna take 2 more questions. I'm gonna take this one and 2 more questions, and then we'll have to call it a day. Thokoza mkhulu, uma nobaba beshada umshado omhlophe, okay? So the mother and father had a white wedding, and they used their father's surname Mhlongo, but they did not finish things culturally. It seems as if ubaba paid ilobola, and then okay, silungisa kanjani leyo izinto azihambeli kahle, mostly in relationships, ngiyabonga. Okay, so first of all, guys, I know we spend a lot of money on white weddings. We love white weddings, but ngokwesintu white weddings don't count. They're lovely, they're beautiful, but they don't count and have no spiritual significance. The reason why you guys are struggling is because you're not supposed to be using Siyabonga Mkhize. You're meant to be using Siyabonga Mkhize ngoba nina ningane skamden of your mother's family. Ubaba wakho ulobolile kuphela. Again, 2 options that you guys can do. The Mhlongos can go to your mother's family, but sicela ukusebenzisa amalobola for lengane, and then the mother's family bankhipha ngembuzi, and then the Mhlongos welcome you doing for using it. Option number 1. Option number 2, you go back to your mother's surname, ihlabe imbuzi, nxolisa for using the wrong surname, and ntenda nyongo, and then uzosebenzisa isibongo samawena, right? And then you go to Home Affairs, you go to the banks, you go to work, everywhere else, and you change the surnames to your mother's surname. Very simple, very straightforward. You see, guys, this is another example of what I'm. You see, this is another example of what I was saying. This problem is simple, guys. There's no need for a consultation. So you're getting this knowledge and information for free because I'm telling you now, your problems with relationships spiritually are not going to work out because making an isbong. So you can either go back to your mother's surname or get someone from your father's side of the family to go to your mother's family and say, and then change surnames. That's it. What is easiest? I'd say option number 2, going back to your mother's surname. Less goats to slaughter, less people involved. I'd say that's the easiest, but it really is up to you. Maybe you do want to carry on with your father's surname. Really up to you. I also don't know what the situation is between your parents. Sometimes that also affects people's decision. Okay, last question for the day. See, I've been an incorrect surname X, which my mother was married to after I was born. I was never told my correct surname. How do I find out that I actually do not belong to surname X? Actually, my Y, both parents are late. Surname X. Ngiphuma kanjani lana? Mthetho. You see, you can't carry on with your incorrect surname because it hasn't skipped a generation. You need to go back and find isibongo sikama wakho. Because that's interesting because I know by law, I know ngokomthetho you have to write down every ID, every birth certificate has to have a mother's name and surname and a father's name and surname as well as an ID number. So if you can find isibhedlela, that also usually helps. Sometimes to find it, because all hospitals have to keep an accurate record of all their births. That helps. Okay, you know what, Mthetho? You've actually given me a mission. What I'm going to do, I'm going to have to phone a friend of mine in Mbuzi, what happens at Home Affairs when someone is born. Because I don't know. I don't know. I think all births have to have a registered hospital or place of birth. I'm not sure. I think. Let me check on that. But try go to Home Affairs. Try go to try Home Affairs. Try looking at your birth certificate. Because we need to find your mother's maiden surname. That's where you need to go back to. Your mother's maiden surname, okay. Other than that, there's no way I can help you. But you need to find your mother's maiden surname. But wait, please, can you answer Victor? If you guys know what Umthetho is with Umuntu and registering their birth, please can just help Mthetho and comment below, comment on his question. I'm going to try my best to find out. I'm actually going to message him after this call, but I don't know. Last question, because I feel like it's important. So how do I cleanse myself and how do I throw away things, then send them to Nangi Kobula? Sia, what do you mean? How do you cleanse yourself after what? What has happened exactly? Okay, last question for the day. Umakhamini is saying, Thokoza mkhulu, if umuzi wakini kuthiwa awubikiwe and udinga umsamo, how do you go about correcting that if ungakwazi ukuya ekhaya elikhulu? Okay, so what needs to happen if awukwazi ukuya ekhaya elikhulu? First of all, why would you not be able to go to ekhaya elikhulu? Because ikhaya elikhulu igini, wonke umuntu should have access to it. Yikho nje ikhaya elikhulu sibiza as igini, igithi. You know, no one says ikwam at ikhaya elikhulu because it's for everybody. It's a homestead. Second of all, how to build umsamo, that's going to be part of the Pioneer series, and how ubikwa kanjani. Ukubikwa umsamo needs to be done by someone okay ungakushisela impepho. Ngembuzi, hlaba imbuzi, babika. Ekhaya. Same process, mphahle. But remember, umuzi awukwazi ukubikwa. Only the second one uyabikwa. The first one ufaka abadala. The second one uyabikwa. Hope that makes sense. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me this evening for our last open question and answer session, and also our last open live webinar. What will happen from, like I said in the beginning, what will happen from now on, so the live webinars will be paid live webinars. Or alternatively, if you feel that, look, I have a lot of questions between myself and a couple of friends of mine, we have a lot of questions, we have a lot of uncertainty, we would like to book myself for an intimate session, then you can also do that as well. Especially, guys, if you have something that is getting in the way of work, please do not hesitate to contact us and let us know that this is affecting my work. My work is looking to get rid of me, or I'm struggling to do this, I'm struggling to pass my matric, or I'm struggling to do this. Varsity is then please contact us so we can organize your report, we can get you a consultation, we can engage the necessary authorities and try get them to better understand this, what is going on exactly. And you can book an intimate session. We will also, when lockdown ends, we will be bringing back the educational seminars and conference proceedings. We will be having a bit of a nationwide tour. We'll be going more to Soweto, we'll be going to Katlehong, we'll be going to Mlazi, we'll be going to KwaMashu. But instead of them being, but if you can't physically be there, we're also going to put these on there's also going to be a virtual option where you can plug in and watch the seminar. That's how we're going to be doing it after lockdown. And we don't know when lockdown's going to end. We also don't know what's going to happen. Thank you very much. Have a lovely evening and stay safe.